Howdy, I wanted to do a quick walk around of our zero turn that we purchased this summer. I've used it most of the season now, and I feel pretty confident that I can give an accurate description of everything I can think of about it. I didn't want to do this too early. First impression walk arounds are great, but extended use reviews seem to do a little better by me. So here it goes. Sorry about the messy shop, guys. This is our Kubota z231. It is a 48-inch deck Kubota 200 series zero turn. So it has the fabricated deck. Most of your good mowers are going to have a fabricated deck. It has the 21 horsepower Kohler. I was afraid when I got the Kohler that it would be a little bit light. 21 horse seemed a little bit low compared to most of its cohorts. However, I've been pleasantly surprised. I don't think it's down on power due to its smaller deck size. It just doesn't do as much work. I have been pretty impressed with it. Now, I mow a lot of dry grass right now, so you'll have to excuse all of the mess here. It does have a couple of bolts in there, there, and there, should you want to get this plate off to service it. I know some of the manufacturers have a flip-up plate. This one does not. If that's a deal breaker for you, well, you just found it. It's currently in transport mode, so the deck's pretty high. If you push this down and down to regular mode and back up to transport. It has a parking brake. Will not start unless the parking brake is on. You have to release the parking brake if you want to go somewhere with these. Some people don't like that. I don't care. It's fine. I'll show a quick video of the lights. This is the light button. That's my phone cover. This is the light button right there. It has fully adjustable height from 2 inches up to inch and a half to 4 1/4. Inch and a half is pretty dang low, guys. It has one single fuel tank. It's not a dual fuel tank machine. Just a regular old key. It's nothing too fancy. Old fat. Has a Lauer meter on it down there by the light switch. I actually really enjoy the lights. I was pleasantly surprised. It's light in here, but I'll grab the key out of my pocket when I find it and turn them on. But I have been pleasantly surprised with the lights. Wasn't sure if I was going to be. They don't seem super powerful. They are one of the few in its price range that seems to have lights on it from factory on all the models. But I've been pleasantly surprised. They work good. I just got done mowing. It's dark. Dark, oh dark 30. I've used several different brands over the years. I'm happy with this one. I mow about 3 acres. It's 48-inch deck. You'd think, well, you need a little bigger deck. This one actually does really good for me. I've got a lot of stuff I have to mow around, stuff I have to mow between, and the 48-inch deck allows me to slide right through areas where I had a little bit of trouble before and had to slow way down. I had a size problem. I was too big. First time for everything. But pretty happy with the mower. It's worked real good. Really have not had even a single hiccup out of it. I will say that, like most engines, it was a little hard on gas the first time and a half, 2 times it was used. Seemed like it sucked right down through her. However, it's low again, but I've probably got 5 mows on that tank. and haven't had a single issue. Front tires are decent, just inflatable tires. I like inflatable tires. They seem to be, well, it's your first line of suspension, you know, it's just is what it is. Some of the other mowers I noticed in its price range had the smaller rear tire. This one, I think Kubota probably manufactured it with the idea in mind just to have a bigger rear tire. However, holes, stuff, I mowed some stuff that used to be a field out in front of the house. This bigger rear tire, because it provides a wider surface area, has less tendency to get sucked down into a hole. The place I bought this from was also a Cub Cadet dealer. They were really nice, but they really wanted me to buy the Cub Cadet, and I didn't. And here's one of the main reasons. They had, you know, transmissions made by the same people, engines made by the same people. This is a suspension seat. The Cub Cadet had suspension on the front end. This Kohler's a decent engine. The transaxle's a decent size for what you're doing with it. But this suspension seat is nice. Folks, this is it. You want something that's going to ride decent? Look at what the big boys are doing. Look at what Skag's doing. Look at Grasshopper. Look at all those guys. They don't have as much suspension on the mower itself. Some of them are getting there, but they're just not there. What you do see and have seen for years is a suspension seat. And this one is no different. It's just a really nice suspension seat. It saves my back a lot. I have had somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 Cub Cadets. I have went most of my life without a decent mower. I have had mowers. I had an M72 tank. I've had a couple of the 20 horse generic variants. I had a 3000 series GT with the bolt-on rear wheels, hydrostat and hydraulic power steering. This thing's a beast compared to them. I'm happy with it. It's had plenty of power. It's got the bar around the back of the engine to keep me from backing into anything. I know that sounds silly, but the first time you break some parts off the side of a carburetor or tweak a muffler because you backed into something, you'll feel pretty stupid. And I've seen it happen. I know Spartan has some suspension seats and actually a rear suspension. I don't care. I've used them. I've worked on them. This is a killer buy. And Kubota had good financing, and they had a no max on the hours for the warranty. It was just, I think it was a 2-year warranty. And they had like 0 for 48 financing through Kubota, and they had their own insurance for it. This thing was a steal for what we got it for. I looked up like the bad boy mowers, similar stuff to that. I always came up with something like bad boy people are stacking washers underneath their blades in order to level the blades. Like one blade's here, and then the center blade's a little higher, and the other one's a little lower. So they'd stack washers underneath them to get the blades at all the same height, and it'd also help it go out of the chute, because they have a problem with their clogging up in here. And, you know, things like the headlights were optional. It's a kit you buy, that kind of thing. And I wanted something that was just a little more polished than that, made by someone who seemed to care. And Kubota fit the bill for me, guys. I don't know about you. I'm sorry about this camera. Can't seem to get the whole thing in there at once. But Kubota fit the bill for us. Been real happy with it. Literally just finished mowing with it and don't have anything negative to say about it. So your choice is up to you, but I wanted to give you an idea what I had going on with it. And we'll come back at some point in time. Actually, you know what? I'll tack it on the end of this thing running with the lights on so you can see how bright they are when it's dark. Alright, this was our review of our Kubota Z231. This is their 200 series that replaced the 100 series. Really happy with it. It's done a great job. I didn't mention it has a fixed roll bar. I've seen a couple of the Skags and stuff with a tilt down roll bar. There are times when that would be handy, but if I had it, I would never tilt it up, and it would not be able to protect me should I flip it over. So it's probably a good thing because I'm an idiot. But real happy with the Kubota. Starts every time, it does everything it's supposed to, doesn't seem to use any oil. It's real good on fuel. The suspension seat rides nice. I run over rough ground, it does real good. I've let people loose on it that have almost no experience with the zero turn. They're happy with it. It does slide a little bit on the hills and stuff, just like every zero turn. I don't care what you buy. You know, I've had to pull several people out with zero turns. It's a zero turn mower, and it's really good at being a zero turn mower. It doesn't claim to be anything else. It's got headlights, suspension seat, big rear tires. In its price range, I don't think you'll find a nicer mower. I hope this helps you with any decision you're making on whether you're buying a mower or just wanting to know more about them or anything like that. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.